Hey guys, Camper15 back at it with another video for you guys, and I'm back with another anime episode review for you guys as I wanted to talk about one of the craziest animes that came out. And that was, hold on as I'm pulling it up, it was The Red Ranger becomes an adventurer in another world. Okay, listen. I watched Go Go Loser Ranger, and I did do reviews of Go Go Loser Ranger on the channel. Um, I first things first. So, look, man, this concept is absolutely brilliant. I watched this episode and I was laughing and smiling from ear to ear. Now, listen, I when I was a kid, I watched the Power Ranger stuff. Like some of the Power Ranger stuff was like I loved it. Like I don't watch it nowadays. Maybe if I wanted to like watch a clip or something, I did and just be like, oh yeah, I remember. My childhood was good. My favorite, if for anybody that wants background information, my favorite Power Rangers series was probably Power Rangers Dino Thunder, and I think my second favorite was probably Power Rangers Ninja Storm. I don't know why. Um, if you're wondering, you weren't a Mighty Morphin dude. I did like the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Obviously, rest in peace, Jason David Frank. But I did like Dino Thunder the most out of all of them and everything. So yeah, the new Power Ranger stuff doesn't really resonate with me. I feel like it's more childish and everything, if anything, compared to the past. Not that, regardless, but Super Sentai stuff, regardless. I enjoyed that stuff when I was a kid. I always remember watching that on Jetix because that used to be Disney XD at the time. Man, kids nowadays, y'all don't learn. You don't. If you're like freaking 10 or whatever, now you'll be like Jetix. What the hell is Jetix? I'm like, it used to be an old channel. It was like it was an old Disney, like offshoot Disney channel. But like I said, Disney XD before Disney XD was a thing in your time. But my goodness. But anyways, this show was absolutely crazy, and it was funny too. And I'm gonna be checking this out, and it's hilarious, bro. It is absolutely hilarious. It's legitimately a Power Ranger basically getting isekai'd into a fantasy isekai world like we typically do. And it's funny because it's like I looked at Go Go Loser Ranger and I'm like, okay, it's like Station in the Real World and everything, but they got a lot of fake stuff going on behind the scenes, right? And I see this and I'm just like, shit. How did nobody ever come up with this idea of a Power Ranger being isekai into a world? Now I feel like if they do another isekai and it has Super Sentai stuff, I feel like the only next thing is they're gonna isekai the entire team into into an isekai world, right? The Power Rangers into an isekai. It's a brilliant plot line now to think about it, but it's just a Red Ranger here, right? And typically the Red Ranger, for people who don't know Super Sentai stuff, Red Rangers are typically the leaders of the team, right? So the episode ended up starting off where like it seems like okay, it's the last final battle where our Power Rangers they took out all the enemy forces, minions and everything, and they're now on the final boss and everything. They make the Megazord, but Red has to go up there to take down the final villain. He does, but at the same time, he's basically fallen to his death, right? And then he gets isekai'd into a world, right? And it's this dude gets isekai'd, and then we get a time skip 6 months later or something like that, right? And this man is like a world-class adventurer. Everybody knows, like, oh, he's this very mysterious guy with this ability. So you just have it to where you have this mage, right? Who is like legitimately like looking to get like her family heirlooms back and everything and take control of her family houses because she needs to get like this staff or whatever, right? It's been 2 days since I watched the episode. She needs to get this staff from this dude that kind of took it from her family, and this dude's basically got the staff that's ruling her family and stuff like that. So she's got to get it back to have control of it, right? So she's like been testing adventurers to see if they're strong enough to handle her golem, and she's having trouble doing that and everything because all these adventures that come over are just complete jokes. But then her butler is like, well, we actually do have one more candidate, right? And the candidate is none other than the Red Ranger, right? And this dude comes in here and kicks the golem's ass. And it's funny because he ends up like transforming into the ranger. And I think the funniest part about this whole thing is the damn mage, right? And I'll have their character, I'll have their names like by next week, right? The mage legitimately is just like watching like the typical like Power Ranger stuff throughout the episode. Like, you know how every time they defeat a bad guy or something, explosions happen. You know, when he transforms to the Red Ranger, typically, you know, and sometimes they have an explosion behind them, right? You know, when they're doing their poses and everything. And you just have it to where the maid is reacting to all this shit that the Power Ranger is doing, the Red Ranger is doing. And she's like, what in the blue hell is going on? Why are why are these explosions popping up out of nowhere? What is happening right now? And I think that was a priceless thing that was absolutely hilarious, right? Is just the fact that this dude's doing the typical Power Rangers mold, and this girl from an Isekai world is looking at all this shit, and she's like, "How is this making sense?" It's honestly like as if she's basically us, the viewers, or somebody new to watching like Super Sentai slash Power Rangers stuff, and it's just there's like, wait, what's going on? So the number one thing is after he takes out the golem, you know, she's like, well, this is the whole thing, and it's protecting the peace and creating the bonds and everything. And you know, the funny thing is another thing about, you know, the Power Rangers, like the bonds of friendship that they make amongst the team and everything. In a weird way, the Power Rangers have those power of friendship moments and stuff like that. In some cases, this dude's all about this, right? He's like, oh, I can totally resonate with you. Power of bonds, friendship. We gotta do this together, right? And it's absolutely funny because they're like, all right, we need to start off here. This dude summons like this one thing, and then he picks her up. He's like, all right, let's go. And they just fly, and she's like, what the hell are we doing and everything? It's absolutely funny too. She can also too. She is somewhat starting to simp for our boy because he brings up something about love and everything. Because he's like, look, I love your determination, and everything. That's what I love most about what I'm seeing out of you. And she's like, love. I don't know if they're shipping these characters, but she's getting very flustered because there was one thing he said in a weird way where she, I think she took it the wrong way, and she was actually thinking like romantically, like I love you, right? And her face is already, she's like, hey, you good or something? And she's just, her face is just red. She's like, uh. So I don't know if like she's gonna start falling for this guy. I would have a feeling she would. But I think the wildest part of the episode was when they're going up against this gigantic dragon. So typically in Power Rangers, when they got to go up against a gigantic monster, they summon the Megazord, right? But the Megazord is split into different parts. So, you know, each ranger has a different, you know, part or an element, or in like in some cases, some series they have an animal that they control. Like if you look at the original like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, like the Red Ranger had a dinosaur, right? And the same thing is like in this one, he has a dinosaur. So I'm thinking when he summons the Megazord, I'm like, okay, when he summons the Megazord, it's just gonna be the dinosaur. Nah, Ninja. It summons the entire other Megazords too, and they make the one gigantic Megazord right then and there. And he's like, "Come on, let's do this together." And I'm just like, "Wait, what?" I'm like, "So does that mean the other Rangers in the real world just retired from being Rangers, and now he has the complete capabilities to summon all of the Megazords now?" Which I'm just like, "That's not how Power Rangers work." But okay, whatever, I'll take it, right? And basically, to power this thing up, it's like bonds and friendship and stuff like that, which was absolutely hilarious. How this guy was, you know, doing this and everything. But when I was also looking at this, I'm like, okay, I think I get where it's gonna happen. I think he's gonna make his own Isekai Power Rangers team right here. The mage is gonna be like his first companion, and he's gonna get other companions to fill in the other slots. And they're gonna be like some sort of Power Rangers like team in an Isekai world. The only difference is the other characters outside of him, they won't have the Power Rangers like device to transform into, right? Which is absolutely hilarious when you think about it. But for a first episode for a Power Rangers anime in an Isekai world, this shit was comedy gold, TV gold. I'm enjoying this. Absolutely hilarious, and I definitely can't wait to see more. And yeah, but if you guys like the video, leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts, hit that subscribe button if you want to get more of this anime content or any other anime content I upload to the channel. and things like that, and stuff like that. But anyways, that's basically it. That's all I gotta say. I'm gonna get out of here because I gotta get ready and prepare for my online day of work today. But then again, it's like I'll still probably be watching shit and then uploading reviews and things like that to the channel. But anyways, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. Catch you guys in this video. Till then, guys, stay safe out there and have a great rest of your day or your night or watching this video. Till then, guys, peace.